Hi guys, my name is Duffin and today we're going over the top 10 worst muscle building mistakes that beginners make. I've been working out consistently for the past 6 years and I've seen and I've done some very dumb shit that I'd like to share with you on today's video. My goal is that you can learn from my mistakes so that you can achieve your results faster and get stronger in less time. Grab a seat, class is in session. Let's start things off with one of the most important topics, food and nutrition. How many times have you heard the joke about the bodybuilder that needs to eat chicken, rice and broccoli all day, every day for the rest of his life so he can get a proper physique? Let me offer you a different approach. Which brings us to the first mistake a lot of beginners make. When starting out, you're bound to take everything really serious. You're gonna take all the crap out of your diet and some things might happen. Number one is because you're removing all the crap from your diet, you'll be at a caloric deficit, meaning you're not consuming enough calories in order to gain muscle. Another thing that might happen, and I've seen this happen before, is that people tend to believe that they need healthy foods, such as chicken and broccoli. But they'll overeat. Even if they're good foods, they still pack calories, and they'll overeat these foods, which means they'll be getting excess calories, which means they'll pack on fat. And they'll start gaining weight, not understanding why. But you have to understand that calories are calories at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if they're coming from chicken or if they're coming from pizza. If your goal is weight loss or weight gain, you need to check your calories. And the third one is the mental aspect of eating. We don't eat just to survive. We eat because it brings us joy. It's a psychological and mental aspect of our lives as well. When you're starting out, you're very receptive to all kinds of advice. And sometimes you'll end up demonizing some foods. For instance, someone said that sweet potatoes are better than white potatoes. And all of a sudden you're demonizing the white potatoes that you've eaten your whole life because someone said they're bad for you, when they're not. Nothing is good or bad. We all have choices and they impact our body in different ways. When I first started working out, I took things very seriously. I cut out the sugar in my coffee, I stopped drinking sodas, I cut out the breakfast cereals for whole grain cereals, I stopped eating candy, fried foods, all kinds of stuff that I thought were bad for me. And the result was pretty good actually. I got pretty lean, I lost some weight, and I finally got abs for the first time in my life. However, in the long run, I kind of grew a bad relationship with food. I was starting to get aggressive even towards my friends and family whenever I had to eat something that I did not want to. Imagine on Christmas, I heard everyone was like, get some dessert, eat some dessert. And I was like, no, I can't eat dessert. But of course, this was in my head. I just said, no, I'm sorry, I don't want dessert. Even though I wanted dessert because it's Christmas. And I don't want you to be in the same place I was, because even though I looked good physically, in the long run, I was not in a good place mentally. And food can help you immensely if you take the right approach, which is balance. It's true, food does matter a lot, but it's okay to cheat every now and then. I learned that the hard way. So if you want to have some fun on Christmas, go have some fun on Christmas. But only on Christmas. Another mistake I see a lot of people make at the gym is that they think they need to bulk in order to gain weight and gain some muscle so that they can cut down the fat in the future so they can get shredded. You know what I have to say about that? Nah, man, it's not how it works. You'll just get fat. I have seen so many people, and a lot of them my friends, that used bulking as an excuse to eat all the crap that they wanted, and when it was time to cut down all the weight, they were having a real hard time doing so, and some of them just chose to stay fat. And let me ask you, is your goal in the gym becoming fat? If not, then you better not use bulking as an excuse to eat all the crap you want. Instead, I'll give you the secrets that will make you perfect. The goal here is a small caloric increase, which means that you're increasing your calories slightly so you can get more muscle and less fat. It's as simple as that. Think about it this way. You need certain calories to build muscle. However, if you overeat, all these calories will turn into fat. The second mistake is thinking that the gym is enough. A lot of people will get frustrated when they don't see results, even though they're training for 1 to 2 hours in the gym. And it's as simple as, okay, so how's your day? You work out for 1 to 2 hours in the gym, but what about the rest of the hours? How's your nutrition? Are you eating good foods? How's your sleep? Are you getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night to promote muscle gains? If you said no, then you probably need to revise your priorities, because it's not about the gym. Working out is easy, but the rest of the day, that's where the hard part is. And guys, this is super important. You cannot out-exercise a bad diet. If you have a bad diet and you work out with a lot of intensity, you'll get average results. If you have a great diet or a good diet and you have average workouts, but they're consistent, you'll get good results. Care about your food the same way you care about your workouts, and you're on your way to success. Which leads me to the third mistake a lot of beginners make, which is they do not prioritize rest. They think that working out is all they need in order to build muscle. But hey, newsflash, your body doesn't grow while you're working out. While you're working out, you're creating micro tears in your muscles, and these tears will get repaired while you're sleeping with proper nutrition and rest. That is why rest is so important for our body to grow and for us to feel well. So if you're serious about building muscle, then you should be also serious about rest. The fourth mistake is not having a plan. If you're one of those bros that goes to the gym without any idea of what they're gonna work out on that day, you're hindering your potential gains by a lot. Think about it this way: if you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. The same applies to the gym. By not having a plan, you'll wander around the gym not knowing what to do, which means you'll rest way too long and you're wasting your time. The fifth mistake, ego lifting. This is a capital sin for newcomers at the gym. They all want to show how strong they are, and they're willing to do anything. Anything. Take it easy. If you're new to the gym, your body probably doesn't even know how to recruit the right muscles for the right motions. So this is the best time for you to set your ego aside and learn the proper movements. By doing so, you'll develop a strong mind-muscle connection, which means that you'll be setting yourself up for gains in the future instead of yourself up right now. It sounds like a good trait to me, doesn't it? This is the best time for you to be humble. Leave your ego at the door, start with light weights, and focus on your form. Remember, form over weights always. You want to ensure that you're contracting your muscles on each single rep for you to develop that mind-muscle connection, and this will help you in the long term for more gains. No pain, no gain! How many times have you heard this expression? No pain, no gain. It's true. Building muscle isn't an easy task, and it will take a lot of pain and a lot of effort. However, there are different types of pain. If you're a beginner, you probably don't know how to separate which one is which. And this is one of the biggest mistakes I see at the gym. People will fuck themselves up because they think that pain equals gain. There are different types of pain. Imagine that you're going to do squats, and after 10 reps, your legs start burning. That's one type of pain. However, if I ask you to do a squat, and on each single rep, you feel a sharp pain on your left leg, that's another type of pain. And you should not encourage that type of pain, because if you do, you might end up injuring yourself. Think about it like this. Your body doesn't care how much weight you're lifting. He doesn't know how many reps you're doing. All your muscles can understand is tension. Is the exercise difficult? Is it easy? How do you feel? How am I feeling? Is it burning? Is it challenging? Those are the questions that you should ask yourself. Not how many reps, not how many sets, not what's the weight. Your workouts should be challenging, and they should not be causing you more harm than good. Be smart and train smart. This next mistake is awesome. It's taking bad advice at the gym. Since the dawn of time that everyone and their mothers has a unique, special piece of advice for you that will turn you into the next Hercules. Taking advice in the gym is a lot like playing Russian roulette. You can get some shots fired and get lucky, or you can be unlucky and yourself for the rest of your life. How big is the dude giving you this piece of advice? Is he big? Congratulations. That means absolutely nothing. When it comes to exercise, if you're not sure, go do some research. If it doesn't feel right for you, then maybe it's not right for you. Everyone's different. There's not a single approach that works for everyone. There is no cookie cutter program that's going to work for you and Sally and Uncle Philan Johnson. I've had this one dude come to me once saying that you cannot do 8 to 12 reps on an exercise and do 4 to 6 on a different exercise in the same workout, because your body will get confused and your muscles will get confused, and that means you will not grow because your body doesn't know what you're trying to do. Well, let me ask you something. If there's a manual that says that, I didn't get a copy. Mistake number 8 is neglecting important muscle parts. It's a known fact that dudes want massive pecs and huge biceps while girls want big quads and big glutes, right? No. I see a lot of beginners do this. Because they want a big chest and big biceps, they will go super heavy on their chest and bicep day, and then they might skip leg day. When they're training backs, they're training it with low intensity, and what will happen in the long run is that they'll f up their posture and they won't have an aesthetic physique. And what happens if you continue to neglect these body parts? Well, you might have seen this guy around. Hey, what's up, man? Chest day again, yeah, what's up, man? Chest day. Not working out the rest of your body is hurting you in the long run, and it's robbing you of those sweet, precious muscle gains. By working out big muscle groups like legs and back, you're actually releasing more testosterone and human growth hormone, which will make you bigger and more muscular. Mistake number 9 a lot of beginners make is that they worry too much about their numbers. Beginners usually worry too much about 2 numbers, their body weight and the weight that they're lifting. None of these matter because you're a beginner and your body weight is going to fluctuate, and the weight you're lifting is bound to increase if you're consistent in the gym. Don't worry about the numbers, guys. Just worry about how you feel and how you're performing. The last mistake that I see a lot of beginners make is comparing themselves to other people. When you're starting out, it's quite normal to be discouraged, to be intimidated. And when you see someone who's lifting 2 or 3 times as much weight as you are, you're bound to feel like crap. But that doesn't matter at all. Why are you comparing your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 50? Maybe they've started like 5 years ago and you're just starting out now. So don't compare yourself to anyone, including your friends. Let's say, for instance, that you and Johnny started working out at the same time, but 6 months after, Johnny is showing more signs of progress than you are. That's okay. Everyone is different, and what works best for you may not be the best for Johnny, and what works best for Johnny may not be the best for you. The cool thing about fitness is that it's super unique and personal. You get to try out what works for you, and when you find it, you can stick to it. But don't compare yourself to others, or you'll end up feeling unmotivated and you'll end up quitting. The Portuguese word for today is músculo. It means muscle. If you avoid these mistakes, you're going to build a lot of músculo and you're going to avoid getting yourself injured. Thank you for watching, guys. If you found the video helpful, click the subscribe button for more content. Also, if you think I forgot about some mistakes, leave a comment below. What are you waiting for? Go build some muscle.